What's going on, everybody? It is time for Motivational Monday. I'm going to let a few people jump in and we can get the party started. You guys might see the comment today, or the description. Today's description is self-responsibility. The day you realize that everything happening in your life is your decision, and what happens to you and the way you react to it is your responsibility. That's the theme. It's also going to be whatever you guys want to comment on, whatever you guys want to talk about as well. So I'm going to give you guys a couple seconds to hop on in here, give us some updates on what's going on in life. Let's get peppy on this Monday morning. I'm going to go ahead and throw this on the Did you just raise the roof out there? You're getting peppy on a Monday morning. If you want to support, besides something going in my eyeball, hey, Marlo, what's going on? You see in the bottom right there, we've got patreon.com/BetheChange USA. For those Patreons out there, thank you very much for your support. You guys also get a little bit extra, aka the Hone Down Motivational Monday. And at any given point, I get to thank you emotionally for the support that you provide. And I thank you guys for that. And if there's ever time in the week, including whenever my book is actually published, there'll be stuff on that as well. I've honed down the 5 people that are going to be on the list of people that I'm working with to go. The first 5 free people as a part of a 4 to 6 week program of one-on-one coaching to test that out, see how it's going. I see the comments coming in. Marla, Kathy, Christy, Luigi, what's up? I'm going to let a couple more people jump on, and then I'm going to start talking this Motivational Monday. Stick around. It's only going to be about 10 to 15 minutes. What's going on, Kathy? How you doing? Any kind of news? David, for the election stuff, we'll figure that out later. It's going to be anytime from this afternoon until the end of the week. We'll find out that at one point. If you want while people are jumping on, I'll give you my thought that if there is something that there is going to be found in the election audit, it's going to be the one thing that has not been in the news enough is the biggest catastrophe in the United States since 9/11, the most amount of loss of life, which is only listed at 10 people dead right now, in the building collapse in Miami with like 150 something people missing, which would again be the largest loss of life in one sitting since 9/11 or a standard weekend in Chicago, regardless. So that one, I have a feeling they're waiting to drop the death toll number for the election audit results. I'm going to say this now just to throw it out there into the universe so that I could say either I was wrong or I was right. But if anybody's wondering, I have a feeling those two stories are going to correlate because there's currently 10 dead in Miami. Anyways, this is Motivational Monday. I don't want to talk about politics, but I wanted to get that on the record before it was too late to say, told you so. So here we go. I got Eric in the house. Michelle, hello. Fairbanks, Alaska, Massachusetts. Hi from Washington State. We got the United Kingdom in this house. Brexit. So happy to be here. And yes, all right. That building is the fact that it's not literally constant news is odd to me. Very, very odd. All right, guys. So Motivational Monday this week. And please let me know what you guys are going through, or let me know your thoughts on this topic. So today, the theme is going to be self-responsibility, and even started at church yesterday and goes to today. Some of the things I was listening to and thinking about is your life will change when you choose to change it. If you are at a place in your life where you're looking at all the different things that are wrong and you wake up and you're struggling every day, if you don't make an active choice to change it, nothing is going to change. You've heard the adage, if nothing changes, nothing changes. So the biggest thing that people don't like to do is take self-responsibility for their actions and their decisions. You may have failed in the past. You may have made a bad business decision. You may have chosen the wrong job. You may have gone to you might have gone on the wrong date. You could have done so many different things wrong. And guess what? The day that you realize that those decisions make you who you are, and you take self-responsibility for those decisions, are the day that it's going to change. So at church yesterday, the pastor talked about a mirror. Talked about a mirror in front of him, and he said people will look in the mirror, like look at the Bible as a mirror, and you're going to see all these different things told to you and how to change, and you listen to it, you read it, and then you walk away from it. And if you don't choose to actually follow the advice of that mirror, it's on you at that point. You're not necessarily following God, or in this case, I'm not necessarily talking about God. You're not following your own gut. You're not following your own passion. You're not following your own life. You're not following your own motivation. You're not following your own lessons. And in the end, your life is never going to change. So if you're at a point in your life where you've looked at all the bad things, you've looked at all the bad things, and for some odd reason, you're not placing the ownership on you, like ultimate self-responsibility. Now, again, I come from a place where obviously I've complained about things. There's things that have gone wrong in my life. At the same token, when you hear me complain about them, I do also understand that I have to take full self-responsibility. I've talked about the NCAA recently, and I have a great story to that. So I talked about the issues with the NCAA, and I talked about the way that they hired somebody else. And funny enough, my camera guy, who is one of the best human beings on the planet, and I hope he sees this. I know he watches some of the stuff. JJ got to, because the MC lost his voice. And I can see why, because they were having him talk like 38 times a game, and I never talked that much. I would have loved to, but regardless, JJ is brilliant. He used to be on Camera News. He also is the goofiest cameraman on the planet. He is full of life, full of joy, and a very talented individual. He's a theater guy, all these different things. Apparently, the MC lost his voice. I'm waiting for video, and he ended up getting asked to fill in for a day or two. I don't know how long. And to be honest, the joy that I saw in his post, and I know that that would have meant to him. And part of me wishes that at one point he would have been allowed to do that when I was there. I would have held the camera. JJ is ultimate love, ultimate kindness, one of the best human beings I've ever met. And if I hadn't been, not working this year, he never would have got that opportunity. And he's not a spring chicken. He's, in his 50s or 60s, early 60s, I believe. I mean, he's very young at heart too. But ultimately, look at the chain of events that caused. It caused him to be able to go up on stage, or go up in front of the camera and do something that he loved, even if it was for a day. It's kind of like, again, like last week, Field of Dreams. It's like you may have only had one day to play baseball, like Burt Lancaster's character. But at the same time, he got to have that sensation, got to have that feeling, then went back to what he was doing. And maybe just maybe, that was the icing on the cake, or the reason, the underlying reason. I'm drawing a blank on the verbiage on that, but the reason why I wasn't supposed to be doing it this year. So you got to look at things positive. At the same time, I take self-responsibility. I know that my political beliefs, and I talk about, I know the NCAA said it was because they needed diversity, but I know better. I know that it was political beliefs. I made an active choice to put myself out there and speak my mind on politics. It is my responsibility. I disagree with their decisions. I disagree with their decisions to unfriend me, unfollow me, etc. But ultimately, I know that my choices, and I made an active choice and a powerful choice in my constitution, in myself, to be the person that I am. But I also know that there's a cause and there is an effect. And I have to take self-responsibility for that. So again, the day that you realize that what you are doing in your life is all based on your choice. If you are living in poverty and a bad situation, unfortunately, it sucks. And there's probably a million different reasons why you're there. But if you make the actual shift in your mindset that it's your call to change it from this point forward, and all the things that have happened to you, if you're a survivor from trauma of one way or another, all those different things may have happened to you that you had no control over, but to shift your mindset and realize that you can take control of your life. You could actually take what the mirror is showing you, what God is telling you, what your friends are telling you, and what I'm telling you right here, to make a complete shift in your life. A complete shift. Today's the day. So when you do that, that'll change everything. It won't change it right away. And again, if you think it will, that's another problem. It takes time, it takes effort. And if you keep showing up, you keep changing the things in your life, you keep doing the routines that are going to shift your mindset and shift where you're at, and your mind all of a sudden starts to be triggered, not in a negative way, but triggered to say, I can do this. That's what I've got for you guys today. Let's see. Let's see what else we got. Happy to be here. Louisiana. Here from New York. I'm catching up on the comments real quick. Glad you agree, Sarah. Debbie, what's up? The birds in the background. I'm at the girlfriend's house in Stephenville. Facts. Monique, what's going on? Personal accountability matters. It's necessary. What's going on, John Tisha? Eric, where'd he go? Let's place the responsibility where it belongs, on mine and your shoulders. We didn't get here alone. We ain't gonna get out of it alone. Nothing changes until we're ready to do the work to actually change and commit to the process. I'm baking here. Ooh, it's hot. Well, yeah, I heard it's really hot in the Pacific Northwest. Hello from Michigan. Getting here late. All good. You can watch it again. Look at the gray in the beard. I will shank you. Let's see. Say it up with the personal work. Gary V is interesting in this. If you shift the blame from everyone else to yourself, everything again becomes your opportunity. Great way to say it. 100%. And, I had a comment when I was struggling with one of my first businesses. I said to a guy that was struggling even worse than I was, and I think his name was Santron. I said to him, and I've never forgot this quote, and it's one of the favorite things I ever said. I said, it's not the days that you wake up and everything goes well and you continue to do the work that define you. It's the days you wake up and you don't want to do the work and everything. You feel like the world is against you and you don't even want to get out of bed and you do it anyways. That's what defines you. That's what separates people from their past and their future. Making that shift of going, I know it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. Just like the cat that constantly meows. Say hi. Spud's a barn cat, and he loves people, so he's barn-ish. All right. He thinks he's a dog. Let's see. What's up, Casey? My mom always said, no matter what happens, there's consequences for actions, excuses. You have to take responsibility. I love that. And you know what's great is often people that say comments like this, I'm not talking about your mom. It's funny to hear, and there's a couple people that I follow on Instagram that I know, and I also know are complete hypocrites in their talking. They do the same thing. And honestly, for those of you going where they say it and then don't actually follow it themselves and they place blame on everybody and their mother, no pun intended. Ultimately, like I see a lot of fitness people and one of the things that drive me crazy is when people do the before and after pictures, but it's the before when they were in really good shape and then the after when they're out of shape, but they're saying how much happier they are now. That could be very true, but it's not happier. It's different because at the same time, when you're in that place of competition, running marathons, fitness, and getting the six pack, you have achieved something that you made a goal towards. And to tell people that you're happier being heavy and a little bit more out of shape doesn't make you all of a sudden enlightened or a better person. It means that you've shifted priorities. That's human. Now, if you become obese again, not good. But if you're, just a little bit overweight, I understand that. But to actually tell people it's much happier to be this way and not the other way is doing a disservice to all the hard work you put in to put yourself into that body. And I know this is a little bit of a tangent, but it falls into that same thing. Have self-responsibility. You chose to want to compete at a high level, physically, mentally, running, whatever it is. You wanted to do that, and don't poo-poo it for other people. You made it to that goal. You took self-responsibility in that moment, and now you're taking self-responsibility. Say you're happier this way. You competed hard for 3 years. You had a strict diet for 3 years. Take self-responsibility for knowing that from a workout perspective, you might be a little bit lazier, and that's fine. But don't make it seem like you're 100% happier. You're just different. I think that is a excuse people tell themselves so that when they look at the pictures, they can now have the positive body image trend going on. And again, I'm far from perfect, right, babe?
Oh, no, you're perfect.
Okay. Yeah. I'm a little on the fluffy side. I also am working to get back to what I would like to be. So take self-responsibility, work towards it, make the shift in the mindset. All right. Let's see. I have been working out every day. You can see, and I've been waking up earlier. You can say it separates boys from the men. I found and bought a shirt that says, I am the change. I love it. I dig that. Self-discipline is a factor. 100%. Self-discipline is a huge factor. Discipline in yourself to take that self-responsibility. All right, guys. If you want more, please go to patreon.com/BetheChange USA. You can see it scrolling across the bottom over there. Motivational Mondays are done this way so I can talk to people as they go. There wasn't a ton of questions. There was just some comments. I'll take questions for another minute if anybody pops on. So if anybody's wondering or needs a little pep talk this week, apparently I can't breathe. By the way, check out this Father's Day mug. It's a winner that I got from Kelly. Say, you're a great dad. Great dad. Very special, very handsome, really terrific. Everyone agrees. Believe me. See, I'm going to take self-responsibility for saying I suck at doing a Donald Trump impression.
Oh, I think you're pretty good. You're better than me.
I got the small hands, though. So at least I got that covered. What's that face for? All right. I guess that's it, guys. I love doing these. And again, I mean, this week I had a pretty defined message. Sometimes I just want to come on and chat with you guys. Patreon. Oh, hey, Dan. What happened with Patreon. We'll figure it out. We'll chat about it. All right, guys. Be the change you wish to see in the world and be the change you wish to see in yourself.